So I'm Charli. I'm the founder of Think Big, Do Bigger. I started Think Big, Do Bigger after I'd experienced burnout whilst working in homelessness services. And it's to spread awareness primarily about the kinds of things that staff working in services experience, that most staff in services experience, and how often they experience them, and the effect that it has on them. And also the idea that there's very little support for staff, and there's very little kind of tailored support. It's not adequate. It doesn't meet the needs of the staff in services, which is why there's such high levels of stress-related sickness and burnout. There's such high staff turnover. So I find it shocking that there is so much trauma that is experienced by staff working on the front line. And I find it's not acceptable, it's not okay that people go into work and experience that level of trauma and don't get any support around it. So what I've tried to do with Think Big, Do Bigger is to find ways that do meet that need. So I offer one-to-one coaching for staff, and that coaching is specifically tailored to the kinds of experiences that staff might come across whilst working in service. So for example, one session is tailored around experiencing an overdose. One session is tailored around compassion fatigue. And then alongside that, I offer an employee assistance program, which differs from mainstream employee assistance programs. The idea behind it is that I come into a service, I meet the staff, they know me by name, by face. So we build that connection from the get-go. So when they find that they're struggling, they've got somebody that they can turn to who not only is easily accessible, they know, also has worked in that environment and understands the kind of traumas and day-to-day experiences that they might be having. And then in addition to that, I do workshops with staff that are a mix of understanding about stress and burnout and ways to manage it, but also in that is a bit of thinking around how you can support each other, how you can be a team, how you can embed reflective practice into your daily life more. And finally, I also offer service evaluations. Now that involves me essentially going into an organisation, looking at the situation that it is for them currently, mapping out the gaps in their service, where they're falling down, essentially with providing wellbeing for support for staff, and then from that we can make recommendations and make a plan for improving their staff wellbeing.